The following episode of Dad vs. Daughter was made possible by a contribution from Asmodee. Hello and welcome to another episode of Dad vs. Daughter. I'm Tim the Dad.
I'm Megan the daughter.
Today, Megan, what are we playing?
Ticket to Ride New York.
Yeah, this is a brand new one, and you may notice this is not the normal Ticket to Ride size box.
Very small.
Yeah, this is kind of a travel
I
filler
don't really
version.
call it a travel version. I mean, it can be, but it's not like designated to be a travel
Yeah.
version. Just really small.
And it plays a lot faster.
Yes.
So instead of actually having trains, what are we going to have?
Cabbies.
Yeah, we're going to have different colored cabs, and we're going to be going all across New York City.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be visiting certain tourist attractions like Empire State Building
Yep.
and
Chinatown. United Nations.
Yeah,
Central Park.
Lincoln Theater or Lincoln. Yeah, it's Lincoln Theater, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we're going to get extra points for those.
Mm-hmm.
We're not actually going to be scoring points during the game, which is a
No.
little different. So, but the other stuff is very similar. So, I think once you watch our playthrough, you're going to say, "Oh, yeah, this is Ticket to Ride." So, check it out. We've done countless Ticket to Ride videos.
We've done so many.
So this one really isn't that much different. So if you don't know how to play base Ticket to Ride, go and watch any one of those.
But this is actually a really good game if this is going to be your introduction to Ticket to Ride, just because of the size of it. It's so small, it's a very fast game, and you'll see it once we start playing it. This is a really good introduction to the whole Ticket to Ride universe.
So just kind of quickly to bring everybody up to speed, on your turn you can do one of three things. You can either take cards, you can either take destination tickets. You
Which
draw
are
those,
here. They
which
look like this.
you'd be drawing two. You have to keep at least one.
Yep.
And the last thing you can do is you can place trains. Now,
This is not trains, though.
This is not trains. These are little cars. And because they don't have green, I will actually be playing yellow like the little taxi cabs.
Which kind of fits really well for the theming. And there is no yellow on the map because the yellow taxi cab is actually going to be our wild card. So when that comes up, we'll show that off.
And
It's really
Megan
cool.
is playing as purple cars.
It was like a light blue, but I like purple, so I like to be able to play purple.
So we've already got the game set up. Each person is dealt 2 of the transportation cards and 2 of the destination tickets. I have decided to keep both of my destination tickets.
So have I.
So we are ready to go. The rules say, like it really matters,
It
youngest
does matter,
player gets to go
Okay?
first.
Because it verifies the fact I get to go first. It just confirms that.
And the game is going to end whenever someone is down to 2 of their cars or less
Yep.
left. And then everybody gets one more turn, including that person. I gotta remember where I'm going.
I know, I totally forgot. I'll take this black one here, and I'll take a red one as well. There you go.
Right. I'll take a red.
You want the other red?
No, well. Yeah, I'll take that one.
Orange. I'll take the other red then.
And there is no Globetrotter or anything that is going to give you any bonuses
No.
for the longest route. So
Or just the most tickets. Can I finish my turn? I only took one card.
sorry.
Thank you. Ooh, look at that though. It's a
Well,
wild. You don't have to show off the wilds. I just like to gloat about it.
one thing I didn't talk about that makes this map a little different is
Yeah.
you'll notice these little ones that are kind of like
On
copper.
pennies.
Yeah,
They're
we call them
on
like pennies.
They
These-
are on a penny.
Are they?
It's a penny.
Oh, okay.
So it teaches you American money skills at the same time. This is a very educational game.
These are actually tourist attractions, so that you can see there's a few of them on the board. You're going to get points at the end of the game for being connected to those.
I'm going to play 2 red and go from Central Park to Times Square.
Yeah, I should point out I went from the Empire State Building to Gramercy Park.
Your turn.
And unlike a lot of the Ticket to Rides we've been playing, I think we can pronounce every
We
location on this one.
can. See, that's a good thing.
I will take
Well, I
this.
could pronounce a lot of them in the
pink.
UK one.
I cannot take the
No,
wild.
you cannot.
So I'll just draw off the top. Oh.
I mean, you know.
And if you've seen any of our other Ticket to Ride
We always
videos,
do that.
anytime we blindly pull a wild, we rub it in the
We
face.
do. Don't know if that was absolutely necessary, but okay.
But it was a lot of fun.
Was it really?
Well, not really. But
Alright, I'm just going to take those 2 blues. There you go.
I will spend a wild and a pink, and I will go from Gramercy Park to Greenwich Village.
Okay. Take a green and take another green.
I'll take this black and this other black.
All right. Got 2 blues for Times Square to the United Nations.
United Nations. You know, I'm going
Does that
to.
have a theme song?
I don't know.
Just give it
I'm
one.
going to take destination tickets, see which one I want to keep.
That is the thing in this one. You do not want to get like overhyped and being like, oh, I want to complete tickets, because
I'm going to
especially
keep both
in
these.
2-player, you can get screwed out of not getting your route very quickly.
Yeah, because you have so many less vehicles.
So many less.
I don't know. They
I don't know
sound
if that
right.
was correct.
All
That
right.
just didn't sound right.
You have about half the number of trains
There
you
you go.
normally do in Ticket to Ride.
I did the 3 green to the UN to Gramercy Park.
Gramercy Park. Okay. I'll play a orange and orange and go there.
Orange.
And you'll notice also we're not scoring
No,
during
that's another
gameplay.
thing.
That's all the scoring is done at the end of the game.
Okay. I'm gonna take another blue and then draw from the top blindly. Was not a wild though. That kind of sucks. Wish it was.
I'm going to play a wild and a green and go from Times Square to Lincoln Center.
I'm gonna take a pink and I'll take another pink. Why not?
I will play these 2 black and go from Greenwich Village to Chinatown. Just like downtown Judith Brown.
Alright. Is she a VJ?
She was on
That's what I was
MTV.
gonna
Now she's
say.
on satellite radio
I was like, why
on the
does that
90s
name
channel.
sound familiar? Because of that.
Downtown Judith Brown.
I'm gonna play 2 pink Gramercy Park to East Village.
Okay. I'm just going to take. Well, I better take it one at a time.
I was
because,
like, yeah, you know, you never know.
Yeah. Because if a third wild came up, then we would clear the row there.
East Village to Lower East Side.
I will just take a wild card.
Alright then, go for it. I'm gonna play another blue. Lower East Side to Chinatown.
Alright, I'm going to play 2 orange and a wild and go from Chinatown to Brooklyn.
Nice.
911. Is that what it was in that
What?
show?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
911.
But you know, who's from Brooklyn? He has a very special place in my heart.
Steve Rogers.
Steve Rogers. Stephen Grant Rogers is from Brooklyn. Yes, I know his middle name. How many you got? 4? Ooh. Do I want to risk getting another destination ticket? I might have already completed it.
You've got 4 left.
So do you. I'll go for it. Let's see what we got here. Have I already completed one? Yes, I have. I love when you get that. With a map this small, it's pretty easy to complete them, honestly.
I know.
Especially if they're like in the central region.
The
Can
central
I
region.
get that one though?
You keep
That's
them
the
both?
question. I'm keeping one. I don't think I can keep the other, and I don't want the negative, so I'm only keeping one.
The one you already completed.
Yeah.
Let's
Because I don't know,
this
depending on.
red.
I don't have the cards, and I don't know
And
what's
I'll take
coming
this
up.
other red.
So that's kind of why I'm hesitant to do that.
Hesitant.
I'm hesitant. Could I take another? You haven't played. I want to take another 2 and try my luck there.
Wow.
You know. I could do that one. Okay. Can I do that one? Yeah. Okay, I'm good.
All right.
As long as you're not playing the pink route.
No,
They're the
I'm gonna
longest.
take a green
I'm good.
and I'm gonna draw blind.
Okay. I'm gonna play. So I need that. Okay. Pink. Lower East Side.
Doggone
Or sorry,
it.
Chinatown to Wall Street. That completes that one. I'm sorry. Did you need to do that?
So that you have 2 left, or you have
I
3
have 3 left. Yeah, so we're still good.
All right. I will play 2 red and just go here.
All right, and then I'm gonna play one more that does trigger me with 2. Times Square to Midtown West. And do you know who my other favorite superhero that hails from Midtown is?
Would that be Bucky?
No, it's Peter Parker.
Oh,
Peter Parker's from Midtown.
Okay. Actually, I
'Cause that's
triggered.
like by Queens.
Because-
that's where he's from.
Did you know that?
You triggered?
I triggered
well,
because
that
I
would
was
have been my
down
last
two.
turn then. So it's fine.
So I have one left. Can I even play? Is there any one routes left? No. There's
no. Mm-mm. Well, do you have two? You have two cars.
Yeah, I have two cars.
Okay. Do you not have two colors? Or
I
two
have
long?
separate
Wow.
colors, so I can't play.
Cool.
So, all right.
That's game.
So that is game.
So you needed that wild card I had.
Yeah, I did need a wild card. So we're gonna figure out the points and do the trophy presentation, and then we'll let you know who won.
All right.
Well, as you can see, Megan actually gets the trophy.
I did.
Final score was Megan 46, Dad 37. Where she really had the difference was in tickets.
Yep.
She was able to, I think you pull in that one that you'd already completed. Which one was it?
Well, I had the Central Park, the Chinatown, and Times Square East Village already. And then the first time I pulled the Central Park to Gramercy. And then the next time I pulled UN to Wall Street and then UN to Midtown. And I was like, those are only one car away. So I was like, I can easily complete those. And those are both 8s right there.
Yeah.
So that really helped. And then, I mean, you didn't have any 8s. You had a 7.
No, but I had 3 that went through the Empire State Building, which was
That's just very
actually
popular for
pretty
you.
good. And then I had to get down to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And then the last ones was just to try to get a couple of the
That makes sense.
things there. But yeah, so pretty close game, and you're going to have close games because
Yeah.
it's such a tight board. So now that we've talked about the scoring and we gave Megan the trophy, let's get to what we think. All right, Megan, since I've sucked all the fun out of the previous versions of
have.
Ticket to Ride that we've done, I'm going to let you go
Oh my God.
first.
So if you haven't watched the other ones where he just totally cheated and
I didn't
just
cheat.
ruined Ticket to Ride for me, this one totally redeemed it. Obviously I love Ticket to Ride. That's been like very well known. I feel like this is really cool. I love that it's, you know, really small. It's a quick, fast game. You're not really sitting around for a while like sometimes you are with Ticket to Rides. Even though that's like a really fun, relaxing game though when
This
you get
was-
to the table.
This game took us 9.5 minutes.
I mean, have we ever spent more than 10 minutes on one of these games? It's very quick with this. I think it's really cool. I like the small scale of it. It's a very fast-paced game. I know when we were talking, when we first started playing it, you know, it's a good filler. It's good for travel just because, like, box size alone is really small. And I do want to kind of show this off. Very small. It does have, you know, the New York there. I know if you probably saw in the unboxing that you did, you've probably already seen all this. But it is very nice, can easily fit in like your backpack or a suitcase, travel. I do like this rule book though, how it's like a little travel brochure. And I think
yeah, that's a
so
nice
cool.
touch.
It just adds to that kind of theming. It goes very well. I think that's cool. So, you know, it's very simple just because it is Ticket to Ride. It's a very easy game. And there really isn't like any differences other than like having the money kind of on the board. The cards are really cool. I like the artwork on it. I love that wild card though. I think that's just
Yeah, it is
pretty
pretty
cool
sharp.
looking. Very retro-y.
And then the rest are
Pops.
like buses and streetcars.
Yeah, so I mean, those are really cool. Just little touches that kind of add to
School
that
bus.
theming. But yeah. What about you? What do you think?
I like this. Now, I want to say that I've talked to some other reviewers, and they didn't care for it as much because they thought it was too short. The game just didn't last long enough for
I
them.
mean, it is.
To
It's
me,
a very short game.
To me, this actually fits a good niche because if you are trying to play a filler
Mm-hmm.
and you want to have something that feels like Ticket to Ride, this does.
Well, because it is Ticket to Ride.
There's nothing about this that doesn't feel like Ticket to Ride other than the fact that you play the game very fast.
Yeah.
And you only do the scoring at the end. With this being such a small map, you can see how tight everything is going to get. Now, I've actually played this with 4 players, and I've played it with 3,
you
and,
played it
and,
with 2.
and with 2.
Yep.
And I will tell you, with 4, this is crazy. With
I
4,
can imagine, because with 2,
It's
we were
damage
already-
control.
We were cutting each other off, and I was like, well, now I got to take a long route. And really, that kind of hoses you up depending on where you kind of have to divert, too.
well, with 4, you really have to be cognizant of which tickets you're taking, because you may not be able to get from where you want to go just because there's all these single routes. I mean, there's only a handful of the doubles, and in a 4-player game, those might both be taken up, and you're not going to be able to get to where you want to go.
Yep.
So,
which is probably very like New York with traffic.
probably, but that makes it very tight. It makes it very cutthroat in a way too, because if you can kind of see somebody's maybe doing a route, you know, throw one down here, you know, clog up that route.
That's really not something that you get in normal Ticket to Rides. I feel like that kind of cutthroatness. I mean, me and you, we kind of know each other's strategies when we start pulling similar tickets.
And those maps are so big that you can actually
go
get around.
See, with this
Here
one,
you
you're
can't.
stuck.
If somebody cuts you off, you know, you're hosed.
Yeah.
But I do like the artwork. I think the art on the board is really cool. It's very colorful. The ticket cards are very nice. They're easy to read. The text on those are very clear. It's neat that the game actually gives you a little score pad and a pencil.
Yep.
You know, like we had already said, you know, the insert is good. The small ticket or the small box size makes this very easy to travel. In fact, if I were going to travel and take, you know, maybe a few games and I had to throw them in a suitcase or didn't have, you know, much space, I would throw this in because this is that good. I would take it because the normal Ticket to Ride box, you know, is you know, really big.
And it's thick and kind of heavy. It's also like, it's a good filler, it's a good travel game, but it's not like your generic, here's just a card game or a dice rolling game I'm going to throw in my bag. Like, this is still something that you put on a table and you have some like real estate other than you're just kind of chucking dice and playing some cards. So if you do kind of want a small travel game, this is a good one though.
Well, and you had brought it up too. You know, I said if you're going to travel, you know, like on an airplane, while you're not, you wouldn't want to play it on the plane, but while you're waiting in the terminal, this would be a good one. You could pull out. You could easily play at a small table, or you could even play it on the floor.
Yeah.
You said play it on a train, which is actually very smart.
Yeah. If you're doing it with theming of Ticket to Ride.
You know, the only thing is, if you bump it, you're going to get the Ann Wheaton effect, where you know you're going to have them go like that.
Well, that's kind of a gimme, but you know, it definitely, if you're waiting around for a plane, and you know, I think that's really cool, and it's still a nice game. It gets it out. You have components and all. I like it, but I love Ticket to Ride. I can't really say anything bad about it.
Yeah, this is just another hit for the Ticket to Ride series. Like I said, it is Ticket to Ride, but in a much smaller footprint and a much faster time.
Well, and that's why I think it's really good for introduction. I mean, obviously, just a regular Ticket to Ride is probably good for introduction, but if you don't want to bog someone down on time and you just kind of want to teach them small scale, I know you said this might be like used in game store demos kind of thing, just to kind of get people into Ticket to Ride. It's really good for that because it is small. You're just kind of getting the feel of it, and then you can always like expand and grow on those larger maps.
Yep.
Especially with the ones that like have different things, like you have the ferries and you have all the different things that kind of are unique to other Ticket to Rides. This is a pretty good starter.
And this is very basic. You don't have the ferries. You don't have the tunnels. So
you're not building tracks like in some of them are dealing with stocks or all those other different things. Your only like unique feature is kind of just having the pennies down there, but that's such a minor thing that you add on at the end. It doesn't change the whole feel of Ticket to Ride.
Yeah, and I think this can be found in Target. I don't know if it's a Target exclusive, but I think I had heard that this is one that you can't pick up in Target, and it's like $20. So I think it's a no-brainer. If you like Ticket to Ride,
pick it up.
Even if you're unsure and you want to try to see what Ticket to Ride is all about, definitely get this.
Yeah.
But then again, you just watched their video, so you should know if you like it or not based on that.
But if you want to actually get hands-on and play with it, I mean, honestly, add this to your collection. It's great. And if you really like Ticket to Ride, you're going to want to add this.
Yep. So that is Ticket to Ride New York, and we will catch you guys next time.
Bye.
If you would like to support us, you can visit patreon.com/dadvdaughter.
Like and follow us on Facebook to stay current on our show schedule, sneak peeks at future shows, and to interact with us.